Are you dealing with a narcissist and you suspect that they might be cheating on you? Well, then you're going to want to watch this video all the way till the end because I'm going to give you all the signs of a cheating narcissist. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I've been an attorney for a long time, and I'm also the best-selling author of Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win, and I've seen a lot of cheaters in my time. So let's dive into what a cheating narcissist looks like. Well, first of all, they're not as controlling as they used to be. They might be a little nicer than they used to be. In fact, they might actually start looking a lot nicer than they used to. That's actually one of the first signs is that they start changing their appearance. They might start looking a lot nicer. They might start dressing a lot nicer. If you start seeing sudden changes in their behavior, sudden changes in how they look, that could be indicative of a cheating narcissist. And especially if you couple that with sudden changes in lack of empathy and lack of transparency. So, one red flag to look out for as well is a change in how they're acting with like their phone. They're suddenly hiding their phone. They're suddenly more sneaky than they used to be. Maybe they're not coming home as much. Maybe they're suddenly saying, hey, I got to stay out later. I got to work longer. And that's coupled with all of a sudden they're changing how they dress. They're dressing a whole lot nicer. They might have new teeth. They might have new boobs. They might have better hair. Suddenly they got to get a spray tan. And they're either a lot nicer to you than they used to be, or a lot less nice to you than they used to be, or a lot more interested or a lot less interested. They're really bad at hiding their behavior. They've got to like sort of tell what's going on, right? Pay attention to inconsistencies in their stories. They might start saying, oh, I was doing this, but then I was doing that. And suddenly you're starting to see that things aren't adding up. Oh, I was over here. I went over here. I stopped over there. Oh, I thought you said you were going over here after work. And you're going to start to see inconsistencies, and that's going to be indicative that they're hiding something from you. And you're going to start to see inconsistencies. Watch for those red flags. Watch for sudden changes in behavior, sudden changes in appearance, and a lack of transparency. Hand in hand with this is going to be that gaslighting, because now once you start asking questions about what's going on, they're going to be like, that's not what happened. I didn't say that. Distorting your reality. If I were you, I wouldn't start asking questions right away. I would just observe. I know it might be hard for you. It's extremely hard if you think that something might be going on. But if you could just start observing, just start writing things down, either that or just keeping an audio diary or something like that, just because you want to keep a record of what's going on. You want to be able to match up what's actually happening, what they're saying, and the inconsistencies. Because if you can get a record of their summaries of lies, of their summaries of inconsistencies, it might serve you down the road. And especially if they're trying to gaslight you about what's happening, about the events, about your memory, about your perception of what's happening, that will be really, really helpful. Of course, they're going to try to shift blame. They might try to accuse you of the things that they're actually doing. Remember, a lot of times their accusations are actually confessions, right? So let them talk, let them say things, because that might actually help you down the road. If they're consistently deflecting accountability, listen to see what they're saying. Make sure that you are also seeking support from trusted advisors, from trusted friends, from trusted communities. If you need help, we have a really good Facebook community, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. And if you think that you're going to be negotiating with a narcissist, I've got a great download that you can get, which is at Win My Negotiation, which is my free Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet, is 15 pages. It'll really, really help you. It's a really, really great place to get started. Winmynegotiation.com. And of course, my book, Slay the Bully, is a really great resource as well. Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. The next thing is your intuition and gut feeling. If you are starting to think that spidey sense of yours is going off, your heart is actually 5 seconds ahead of your brain. And if you're starting to go, you know what? Something is off here. I know that it is. Trust that gut instinct. Pay attention to those red flags that are arising. Your subconscious is picking up on things. Look at those clues and take time to reflect on those for sure. If you're seeing financial irregularities, that's a huge sign of infidelity. Okay. So if they're starting to spend money on themselves, if you're starting to see them take money out of ATMs and all of a sudden big sums of cash are missing, that's a huge red flag. Obviously, unexplained expenses is a huge red flag. Secret bank accounts, clearly a huge red flag. Sudden changes in spending habits. Definitely, you're going to want to investigate further into that. Financial infidelity is another form of infidelity, by the way. And you want to make sure you take a look at that. I mean, that should not be overlooked either. Another thing that you want to take a look at is a lack of boundaries. If they're suddenly changing how they are acting with you, if all of a sudden they're being more controlling with you, they're looking to see what you're doing more, they're starting to track you more, they're starting to want to know what you're up to more, that could be a sign of infidelity because they want to know where you are. They want to know where you're at because they want to be able to do what they're doing, and they want to make sure that you're not tracking them. Always sort of an interesting thing, right? You want to be able to see what's happening with them as well. Next thing is this sudden lack of interest in you. If they were always wondering what's going on with you, and now all of a sudden there's a lack of interest in you, a lack of interest in you sexually, all of a sudden nothing's happening at home, that could definitely be a sign that a narcissist is cheating on you as well. If you see that there's something going on, your partner is refusing to talk to you about it, they're shutting you out, they're sneaking around, there's a lack of respect for you or sneakiness, they're hiding things, changing behavior, sudden projection, sudden deflection, sudden lies, all of this could definitely be a sign that there's something going on, there's something amiss. And usually your gut is probably right. Okay. So you're going to want to have support. You're going to want to have people around you who are helping you out. Don't try to do this alone. Make sure that you've got a good community around you. That's why we have the resources that we do in our community. That's why I suggest that you join our free private Facebook group. That's why I do suggest that you get my free Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet. That's why I do suggest that you subscribe here and hit that notification bell. If you like this video, give it a like, give it a share, and get other people so that they can get the help and support that they need as well, because this is not an easy thing to deal with. You feel so betrayed because you feel like you've given them everything. You've poured your heart and soul into this person, and they've not given you anything in return. You know, I always say the worst things for a relationship are the 3 A's: abuse, addiction, and adultery. And this is one of those 3 deadly sins of a relationship. So you feel so, so betrayed and so alone and so isolated. So don't do this alone. You deserve to be in a relationship where somebody respects you, where somebody loves you for who you are. And this is not it. Thank you for joining me today. The next video that I want you to watch is the #1 abuse tactic that narcissists use against a target. You want to know what that is? You're going to find out in that next video. Remember that today's a great day to start negotiating your best life. I'm Rebecca Zung. You deserve your best in life, and they only win if you give in. But there's no reason to do that because there's so many empowering tactics right here and so many empowering strategies right here, so many empowering resources for you right here. And I'm Rebecca Zung, and I will see you in that next video. Shopify helps millions sell billions around the world through their digital courses, through their digital products at the touch of a button on their smartphones, on social media, however they want, including me at shop.rebeccazung.com. You can access your store from all over the world, just the touch of a button from your smartphones. Start accepting payments. Everything you need to sell online, manage orders, and develop relationships in one place and look fabulous doing it. Shopify is the commerce platform that is revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide, including my own, at shop.rebeccazung.com. So right now, what you need to do is sign up for a $1 a month trial period at shopify.com/bestlife, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/bestlife to take your retail business to the next level today. Shopify.com/bestlife. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. If you're feeling totally drained right now because energy vampires have got you down, sucked the life out of you, I get it. I've been so where you are. And I can tell you that therapy has been one of the best gifts I've ever given myself during the worst times of my life. It has taught me how to love myself again so that I can set the boundaries I need to so that I can feel like myself again. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, I encourage you to give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, it's convenient, it's flexible, you can suit it to your own schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire and you get matched with a therapist. And if you want to switch therapists at any time, you can. So find your sweet spot with BetterHelp. You just visit BetterHelp.com/negotiate today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/negotiate.